Well, I've just been for my 10th COVID jab, which is one of the Moderna ones. I really have always been a fan of these jabs, mainly because of the flu jab, which I've had for years and years. And it works like a charm in that even if I get flu, and I have had it a couple of times, it only lasted like 24 hours, 48 hours at most. Whereas in the old days, it used to be a week in bed feeling awful, and it made me feel much less awful. Anyway, I'm having my morning lunch after my COVID jab, and I'd just like to tell you about my trip to Leeds. I went up there to meet the new KC I've got, who's handling all my legal situations, and who strikes me as very good and very bright, very intelligent, very articulate. But he's based in Leeds, and we went up there to have lunch, a delicious lunch, I have to say, with him, and discuss all the various matters that we need to discuss. It is quite amazing the way these legal things hang on and cost a fortune, having to defend yourself against criminal allegations, but even more civil claims, because the civil claims make a great deal of money for both the prosecuting lawyers and the defence lawyers, and cost an absolute fortune defending them, and quite often don't cost a fortune to the people making the false allegations, even when, as is frequently the case, they have absolutely been dismissed in criminal court, and dismissed without any kind of possibility of a retrial. The retrial's been banned. So many flaws and faults in their evidence, basically proving contempt of court, attempting to pervert the course of justice, perjury, all sorts of stupid things that these people come up with, and that you have to fight and battle to prove in court that actually they are lying. Interesting that the whole Virginia Giuffre or Roberts situation has come up again, with her claiming to have only 4 days to live after a terrible traumatic car crash, bus crashing into her car, which seems actually to have been very exaggerated and invented from what everybody is finding out. I notice all the people who actually don't want to say, by the way, she is clearly a fantasist because of her allegations against Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein and people. And therefore, they're such good stories. They don't want to kill the good story. But I have to say, it's an even better story if she is found to have exaggerated or invented her claims. My thinking is she probably spoke 90% of the truth, but the 10% she didn't speak of the truth, and this is only my looking at it and observing from an outsider point of view, is that it was probably 100% consensual, if not entirely well paid for, when she was 17 or 18, whatever she was, and a basic reanalysis of the situations. When you see that photograph, every celebrity has been photographed with somebody with their arms around somebody. It happens to us all at various points in our careers. Anyway, it was a very good trip up to Leeds, fascinating on the train going up. I noticed the further north you go, the more various passengers seem to have enormous backsides. James, who came with me, didn't notice that, but I certainly did. The food in the restaurant was absolutely terrific. It's called Tattoo or something, Tratu, I think, but really very good Thai food, excellent cocktails, very good service. I really loved the whole day, actually. My Casey is very bright, very articulate, very amusing, lots of stories that are nothing to do with legal cases. So it was, I also thought Leeds was great, looked beautiful. I haven't been there for years and years. Used to go up there all the time doing interviews with James Whale when he was based up there. But I haven't been up there now for 30 or 40 years. And I thought it was actually a really pretty city and really liked it. Must go back again. Probably will have to anyway.